After years of speculation surrounding Lando's potential move to Red Bull, the rumours can finally be put to rest, at least for the foreseeable future. Lando Norris has recently inked a contract extension with McLaren. While the specific terms of the agreement remain undisclosed, it's evident that it spans multiple years. And the first question on everyone's mind was, why did Lando choose to renew his contract now, especially when he already had an existing commitment until 2025? What prompted his decision to decline an opportunity to join Red Bull, the current dominant team in Formula One, and instead opt to remain with McLaren, a team that has shown recent signs of improvement but has faced challenges over the past decade? And what insight does Lando's decision provide into McLaren's development progress for the upcoming season? So without any further ado, let's just jump into it. Lando Norris is regarded as one of the most talented drivers on the current Formula One grid, and is often compared to the likes of Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, George Russell, and Alex Albon. He is considered a future world champion. So naturally, a driver like him attracts a lot of interest from top teams. Christian Horner, the team principal of Red Bull, has expressed interest in signing the McLaren driver on several occasions, though he's tangled in a drama of his own at the moment, but let's not get into that. Red Bull is currently the benchmark team. Their car is the most superior on the grid. Last season, they won 21 out of 22 races, demonstrating their dominance. They have secured the last 3 Drivers' Championships and the last 2 Constructors' titles. Last season, they shattered nearly every record. On the other hand, McLaren has only secured 1 race win and has failed to break into the top 3 in Constructors' standings in the last 11 years. So it's kind of mind-boggling that Lando turned down an offer from the team with the best car on the grid. I mean, every driver wants to win, and to win, they need a fast car. And right now, the only car that can get them wins is Red Bull. But when you really think about it, Lando's decision to stick with McLaren kind of makes sense. I wasn't surprised by Lando's decision to extend his contract with McLaren. What did surprise me was the timing. I was expecting the extension to come somewhere in the middle of the season and based on the performance of the car. But perhaps Lando already knows about the performance of the car and is satisfied with what the team has developed. In an interview, he said that he wanted to assure the team at McLaren that he won't be going anywhere in the near future and wanted to put his Red Bull speculations to rest. Now, the team can devote all their attention to car development without worrying about losing him to other teams. Now, this contract extension has raised an assumption that Lando might be apprehensive about going head-to-head with Max in the same machinery. And to a certain extent, this holds true. Right now, Max is so comfortable and so in sync with the car that it's almost scary. However, it's not a matter of Lando shying away from the challenge. The current reality is that Red Bull is Max's team. He's intimately familiar with the team dynamics and the intricacies of the car. Transitioning to Red Bull would mean an adjustment period for Lando, making an immediate challenge to Max unlikely. What often goes overlooked is the strong connection between drivers and their long-term teams. Max didn't leave Red Bull during their less competitive years. Despite undoubtedly receiving offers from other top teams, Max trusted Red Bull's development trajectory and remained committed. His patience paid off in 2021 when Red Bull became championship contenders and has enjoyed great success with the team since. Lando likely faced a similar decision before renewing his contract with McLaren. While a move to Red Bull might have put Lando in the championship picture, it wouldn't have been a seamless transition. Adapting to a new car and team environment takes time. Moreover, leaving McLaren just before they potentially produce a title-contending car wouldn't be a very smart move. It would be more impressive if Lando wins the championship with McLaren than with Red Bull. Another factor that might have contributed to his decision is team loyalty. Lando has been ingrained in the McLaren family since 2017, initially joining their junior academy, and has received unwavering support ever since. This bond between Lando and McLaren runs deep, mirroring the strong connections seen between Red Bull and Max, or Charles and Ferrari. Charles also recently extended his contract with Ferrari, reaffirming the desire of drivers to succeed alongside their respective teams. In recent years, Lando has emerged as McLaren's primary point scorer and, in essence, their lead driver. While some may argue that Oscar Piastri matches or even surpasses Lando's potential, it's important to recognize that Piastri is still in the early stages of his Formula One career. Lando currently holds a slight edge over Piastri in terms of overall performance, owing to his greater experience in the sport. This is not to diminish Piastri's capabilities, but rather to acknowledge the growth that comes with time and experience in Formula One. Lando's youth affords him the opportunity to bide his time, with the potential to vie for the championship with McLaren in the coming years. At the moment, we're uncertain about the progress McLaren has made for this season. Maybe they'll mount a challenge against Red Bull, maybe not. What we do know is that they've succeeded in impressing and convincing Lando to place his trust in them. Their trajectory looks promising. Last season's remarkable turnaround shocked the entire F1 paddock. Transitioning from one of the slowest cars on the grid to the second or third fastest by season's end is no small feat. It shows that McLaren have the potential to be competitive again. In a recent interview with Sky Sport, Lando confidently stated that seeing McLaren's progress made his contract decision easy. He now believes that he can win the championship with McLaren, which has always been his goal since he stepped into Formula One. He also said that he thought about joining Red Bull, but his desire to achieve success with McLaren ultimately prevailed. McLaren has recently signed some highly skilled engineers from Red Bull and Ferrari who will further strengthen their technical side. However, should McLaren's endeavours fall short and they fail to produce a competitive package in the coming years, Lando might consider switching teams. It's mere speculation, as in sports, outcomes often deviate from expectations. While the specifics of the contract remain a mystery, it's highly likely that it includes a clause allowing the driver to switch teams without penalties if McLaren fails to deliver a competitive car. But I'm pretty optimistic that McLaren will fight for victories this year and Lando will play a key role in that. And that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and check out my channel for some more F1 content. Also, drop a comment down below if you think McLaren can challenge Red Bull this season, and I'll see you all in the next video.